Hi everyone, this is Sunette, and in this video we are going to be discussing the redefining of words that is being shared in the School of Ultimate Living Facebook page. So every now and then you will see a picture or image of a word and a redefinition of it. Now, here, to understand why it is that we are redefining words in this way and sharing it in the School of Ultimate Living Facebook page. And not only that, but also understanding how it is that you can utilize those redefinitions in support of your process in redefining and living words. All right. So here, what is also been quite interesting about this process of defining, redefining, and living words is that, for example, I myself will be working through a word in my process of defining it, redefining it, and living it. Let's say I'm, for example, walking the word care, and then another individual will, for example, walk the word discipline. And we also in this had a look at how can we, even if we're walking different words, how can we share the process that we walked within and through those words in a way that will, if another person comes to the exact same word or would simply like to start taking that word on in defining, redefining, and living it, they can walk it a lot faster. So we're in a way having a look at how can we use this process of defining, redefining, and living words and assist and support not only ourselves, but others as well. Maybe not now, but possibly in the future. So, in having a look at the words that's being shared, here, for example, we have one of our first ones, which was the word care. And the redefinition of the word care was objective and unconditional consideration of who, where, and what someone or something is in their life, and doing what you are able to support them to reach their best potential, including yourself, within and without. All right. Now, that redefinition of the word care has been based on an individual or individuals who have for some time been defining, redefining, and living care in a practical way that they have found works the best in their relationship with themselves and also with others. Now, that redefinition right there can serve as a platform for you where you can utilize that platform, that framework, that starting point of a redefinition, and just start having a look at how can you add to it or expand on it. In a way, individualize it and make it unique in a way that assists and supports you in where you are with redefining and living the word care. And then start practicing it, applying it, sharing it in your relationship with others in your life. Like, for example, let's again take the word care. Now, there are many individuals who, part of the School of Ultimate Living today, have spent months, sometimes a period of over years, to expand and learn and grow and develop themselves in their redefining and living of words. It is, as I've shared before, that's the one extraordinary thing about words. It was almost like for me as well, just having a look at the, how shall I say it, almost the limitless potential that exists even in one word, where you can start redefining it, and over time, just to give you a visualization of how I saw it, for me, is taking the word care, and I may have initially started it off with just something really simple or practical or physical at the time, which was, taking care of me, my body, caring actually in spending time with me, with my body, while I'm eating, while I'm getting dressed, while I'm showering or bathing, while I am combing my hair, tending to my nails, things like that. But then I started expanding on the word care. And then it was like, imagine if you see the word care in front of you, and let's make the writing of that word blue, and then you drop it down. Okay, so it's like the word is flat on the ground. And then comes the next phase of the same word, but expanding on it. So then I had to look at, okay, but what does it mean to care for me within myself? My personal sanctuary within me as my inner experiences. What would it mean to take care of me, to take care of my thoughts, my words, my actions? And then let's make this word indigo, all right, the word care. Indigo color, and now also drop it down. So now you see you've got a piling of the exact same word, but almost different colors, meaning different expressions, different experiences, but it all belongs to that one word that can be defined and redefined and lived in so many different dimensions. See, this is the expansive nature of redefining and living words. So don't necessarily only limit a definition of a word to it only being that. I've also, for example, got processes that I've walked in, just showing the redefining and living of the same word, but in multiple dimensions. This is how we can become literally so much more within ourselves. That really even redefines really the term or the definition of what it means to be more of you, more within you. Become that more. All right, literally adding more of all the multitude of dimensions and ways that you can redefine and live that one word. So this is what I wanted to share here with everyone in this video, and I will be doing in more videos to come, where I'll be taking some of the words we've already redefined and show you ways that you can also start practically living it, and expanding on it and becoming familiar with that redefinition, in a way where you have a look at how can you, as I said, tweak it, change it, enhance it, expand on it, play with that starting point, because these redefinitions are like seeds. Okay, and you can take them and make it a part of you, yourself, your life, in a way where you grow from and through it in your own self-creative way. But it does make the process for everyone just that bit faster, because now you've already got a context of a redefinition or an example of it that you can start playing with and experimenting with and testing out for yourself. See what redefinition works for you, or where do you need to tweak it, change it, enhance it, expand on it, so that it's your individual and unique definition and living. All right. And as I said, here's some of us, in the School of Ultimate Living who has already walked very long processes, within and through these words. And, these redefinitions are sometimes either from one or a couple of us all coming together, having a look at what have we walked that we can really bring together in one complete sharing, for others as a starting point to assist and support you, where you can already immediately start going into the redefining and living. And while you are redefining and living a word, you can also have a look at, okay, what is the mind process, that, or the thoughts, or maybe the inner dialogue, or memories, or emotions, anything inside yourself that could be interfering with your redefining and living of the word care. And that's also something everyone can consider, is having a look at how you can also play with defining, redefining, and living. Like here, you're walking the same process, just in a slight bit more of a reverse, in the sense that you start with the redefining and living, and then while you're redefining and living that new word, such as, for example, care, you're also defining yourself in the word care. And in that way, you can move so much faster in your process of defining, redefining, and living. So I'm here to share, be flexible, play, have fun, be open, but see what works for you, what assists and supports and challenges, yes, you the most in your process of learning what it means to live your utmost potential within and through words. All right, so let's have a look at the redefining of the word care. Excuse me, the bell going off there. The redefining of the word care, which was the objective and unconditional consideration. All right, so here you can also have a look. What does objective mean for you? What does it mean to be unconditional? And here it was quite an interesting merging of the word objective and unconditional. Because, meaning sometimes when assisting and supporting another individual, we can't accept or allow our feelings, to cloud our judgment in any way. Meaning when you're assisting and supporting another individual, you have to be able to be objective, direct, clear, and upfront when you need to be. So that's why we gave that merging of objective and unconditional, to keep you very grounded always in your process of assisting and supporting either yourself and or others. Because even with ourselves, our own relationship with ourselves, we're sometimes either too objective or we are too unconditional. We are playing kind of like a polarity of good cop and bad cop with ourselves and also others, instead of having a balance, in being objective when we need to be, being unconditional when we need to be. Other times, actually being a little bit of both at the same time. All right. So that's what we looked at, just creating that balance in your process of caring for yourself and others. Where care is also at times where you're going to need to show, as they say, tough love. All right. So the objective and unconditional consideration of who, where, and what someone or something is in their life, and doing what you're able to support them to reach their best potential, right? What does that mean? Like sometimes we also do not consider where we are at in our lives or where another person is at in their lives, and let's say you're wanting to assist and support, but you're not taking that into account. And that can sometimes cause you to misinterpret yourself, misunderstand another person, because you don't have the whole context, the whole background, the history, the important stuff that you actually need for you and another to guide yourself and or others to a solution, to support, to help. So therefore, whenever you also assist and support yourself, just take also a moment and a breath and ask yourself, okay, where am I at in my process, in this point, in this experience, in this moment that I'm facing? Can I help myself, or do I need to ask for help? That's also a very self-honest point that you can consider in your process of caring for yourself. And then continuing with the redefinition of the word care, just expanding also on the point of assisting and supporting the best potential of yourself and others within and without is a very holistic, perspective on care. It makes it so much more encompassing and vast, to make sure we don't limit what care means for ourselves and others, but expand it in doing it equally for someone within and without, as you would also do for yourself. When you're really taking care of you, assisting you, supporting you, you consider everything of yourself within you, your relationships, how and what decisions and choices are going to affect not only you but others as well. So this is how we had to look at the redefining of the word care in the context of caring for you equally as much as you would care for others. Doing unto others what you would have be done unto you is the basic principle. All right, so everyone, this then a first introduction video to sharing with you the redefining of the words in soul. And in videos to come, I will do more of these, but more take you through a redefining of a word and how you can practically start incorporating it in your everyday life. And this video primarily as well for all of you walking with soul. Thank you very much, by the way. For all of you walking with soul to consider how your process of defining, redefining, and living words is, yes, equally as much for you as it is for so many others as well in the future, who may sometimes come across the same words, that you already walked through, and you can help them so much faster and so much more, so that we in this way also extend care to as much as we do to ourselves, to others as well, through the process of defining, redefining, and living words. All right, everyone, thank you very much for listening. We'll continue more in videos to come.